Alright guys, good morning and welcome back to the channel. We are finally back home, dude. Home sweet home after a long vacation, 4 days up in Lake Tahoe. But dude, it was freaking amazing because the weather was so good. I've only been to Tahoe now 2 times in total. The first time it was during the snowy season, and I'm not a huge fan of snow. I don't like the rain too much. I don't do snow sports. I'm not a huge fan of the cold in the first place. It was way better in the summertime. The weather was so good. It was like sunny and just 8 degrees the entire time. We saw bears across the way from the house. That to me was pretty insane because I've never seen a bear in person. There was like 20 people in this 5-bedroom house. They cooked some homemade pho one night. Now we're back home, and then we went straight to my buddy's daughter's 4th birthday party yesterday. I stopped at Target and picked her up a little toy car because that's what you do when you're me, is you buy everyone toy cars when they're kids. Still need to get the steering situation fixed on the Charger. I think I know what the problem is, but I'm going to diagnose that later on today, maybe in the video, maybe off camera. But either way, I need to figure out what exactly the issue is with the steering and get that fixed hopefully sometime maybe next week. And for the Silverado, bed liner is fully cured now, so we should be good to go on sanding the tailgate, the bedside, and getting it ready for the new wrap. In today's video, I want to show you guys the Beneise B2 AI box. This thing is so freaking cool. It turns my 12-inch screen on my RAM into a tablet. Been using it for the last about 2 weeks now, and been meaning to show you guys kind of the cool features and how it works. Plugs directly into the USB port, puts the operating system in here, which is the Android 13, and displays it onto my factory screen, which is so freaking sick. First and foremost, going to head down to Orange County, because out here in Riverside, it's a little hot, man. It's like 97 degrees right now and only getting hotter. So, oh yeah, dude, the weather here is so much better in Orange County. If you guys know, I came from Orange County and moved to the Riverside area. If you guys know, you know it's a bit warmer out there in Riverside because it's closer to the desert. Yeah, here you get the beach breeze, and it's just amazing weather at all times. Plus the food's really good too. If you guys know, then you know. But anyways, here is the Beneise B2 AI box, and to my understanding, it works on pretty much anything for the most part that has wired CarPlay and a touchscreen, I believe. That's the thing, is it does have to have wired CarPlay. Some cars don't have wired CarPlay, and I'm sure there's some cars that it won't allow it to work because of some, advanced computer stuff that might be going on. I don't know, I'm not your tech guy, but there is a compatibility list on their website, on Benisei's website, or Benise website, however you pronounce it. To be honest, I have no idea. But yeah, on their website, they have a compatibility list, which I don't think is totally up to date because it only showed up to this year range of RAM 1500s up to a 2025, and mine is a 2026 and it works just fine. So I don't think it's totally up to date on that end, but check that to make sure it does work for your vehicle. And yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I've had it on here for the last about 2 weeks, and dude, once you have it in there, it's a game changer. Now, one thing to note too is it doesn't alter anything that's factory. It's simply reading what's on here, which is the Android 13.0 operating system. Very similar to how when you plug in your iPhone, Apple CarPlay will then read your phone's data and put it onto the screens, projecting data from your phone onto your screen, right? So how they've designed this to work is by making the truck think that it's an iPhone pretty much. So the head unit here, the screen, is like, oh, hey, an iPhone's plugged in. Once you pull it out, it's gone. There's nothing left behind. Just know that going into it, that you're not altering any data on the actual system in the truck. So that's good. We like that. The USB cable here that came in the kit, there is 3 options, and one of them is the USB-C to a USB-C connector. There's also the USB-A connection, which goes into that guy right there. If you guys want to use that type or only have that type, there is that option as well. The nice thing about the USB-C connector is they go in the right way every single time. As were the older style, the square type connector, the USB-A, half the time it goes in wrong every time. Then you got to pull it out, you flip it 3 times, it still won't go in. Now you just look kind of dumb. So USB-C for the win. So for the specs, I have the 4 gigs of RAM, which is how it processes apps pretty much, how fast it would operate, how fast it would boot up. They have the 8 gig version also, but mine's the 4, it works fine. There is a faster processing one, also doubles the onboard storage as well from 64 gigs to 128. However, you can insert a micro SD card into it. I believe it's that slot right there, and that one's the SIM card for the internet, and expand your onboard internal memory. So mine's the slower version, but it still works fine. I'll show you guys how fast it boots up and how fast it loads apps, how fast we can surf the web. First and foremost, so we got to get to installing this thing, and I'll tell you guys what, man, it's a pretty difficult install, man. I would rate it 3 wrenches out of 3, man. It's pretty intense. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. I have the phone holder right there to tuck this thing into, nice and clean. We're gonna plug it in just like that into the USB-C port. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I know, I'm tired, I'm sweating, I'm sore, I'm hungry now, could use a nap. So what you guys will see is it will connect through the CarPlay right down here in a second. 2 seconds, maybe 3. possibly 5. There you go. So here it is. Welcome to Beneise. Okay, so here is my main home screen, and I have a few apps right now. It came with a bunch of them, like Google Chrome, YouTube Music, YouTube app. That's the essential right there, man. I don't watch much of like streaming video apps. I don't really watch Netflix or Hulu. I'm kidding, Hulu. I know. Disney Plus is on here already. Did download Yelp. Yelp is super cool to have on here. We were using it yesterday when we went to go find some pho. If you guys have ever had dry pho, I've never had dry pho before. Pho is normally in broth. It's so freaking good. I'm like, that's the new wave. That being said, we used the freaking Yelp app on my screen of my truck to find a pho place, which was just hilarious. We're on Yelp right now, my freaking screen of my truck.
Look at this.
Dude, the photos are insanely clear too. Also too, it's showing red streaks here on the screen through my phone. In real life, that's not there at all. What do we got nearby? We have Board and Brew. I love that place. Dude, how cool is that? Makes freaking hanging out with your girl so much easier, because it's always a debate of where we're gonna eat. I'm like, I don't know, we'll go to In-N-Out, I don't care. And it's like, no, I don't want that. And it's like, all right, here we go. So now you got Yelp. Let's go shop some screen protect. There we go. All right, now we're shopping screen protect on my freaking screen of my truck. How insane is that? That's a problem. You guys might notice how I have a little bit of a matte finish on it. I got that from screenprotect.com. They have options for all kinds of different vehicles, for the interiors mainly, for the trims and whatnot also, and for the infotainment system, the gauge cluster. If you guys know, you know, the gauge cluster is one of the most fragile surfaces on almost every late model vehicle that I've dealt with. Nowadays, they just don't make things like they used to anymore, I guess. I put my finger to the gauge cluster on the Ram here, also my Tundra, and it put scratches into it just like that. Even just with a microfiber towel here, over and over again, you're going to start seeing scratches all over your gauge cluster. And these things are not cheap, right? Cost-wise, but they're kind of cheap material-wise, because that's just how they do it nowadays on modern vehicles. So anyways, that being said, it made the old scratching disappear completely, and it looks even better than brand new. Nice shinier look to it. However, over here, the anti-glare finish I chose for the Ram is awesome, because when the sun's coming down, which like it is right now, and the sun comes through and hits me with the glare, it makes all that glare disappear, which is freaking awesome. And of course, also hides some of the fingerprints as well. When I go to In-N-Out and I got them greasy French fry fingers, well, it tones that down too, man. So, but yeah, truly an awesome product. Link down below for you guys on screenprotect.com. If you guys want some awesome protection for the interior, mainly for the interiors, they have options for the infotainment, the gauge cluster, the interior trim pieces on a lot of vehicles. Check them out. Well worth the investment to protect and enhance the look of your interior. So now we can also modify the wallpaper, have the colorful options, and then we also have some options here and some more on the other tab. Green's cool. Let's try that one. Set wallpaper. And what's cool too is you can go to the web browser and save a photo from the internet and put it right there on your wallpaper. Yeah, that's a cool thing right there, man. You can modify this thing in all kinds of ways. Pretty sweet. Now, how does life get any better than this right here? We have the YouTube app on this truck, and I'm watching my boy TRD John right now, who also has a Ram RHO. We turn the truck on here. Check this out. We still have video. Nothing changes. Watch. It's in gear, and if we drive, boom, nothing happens. The video does not stop. You can stream videos with the engine running for all your passengers to enjoy, not for the driver. You can't be doing all that while you're driving at all, but it does still play while you're driving, which is just really freaking cool. Shout out to TRD John, by the way. All right, Joe boys. So by the way, too, here, if you can leave it plugged in, and I can plug in my phone. If I do right now, then it'll stop recording, so I'm not gonna do that. But if I plug my phone in right now, it'll prompt me to switch over to the other device. It'll show me the name of my device. I can switch over to that one while both are plugged in and go to device manager, and then I can select my iPhone through there, or go down here where it says AutoKit T-Box Plus and go to that instead of my phone, or my phone instead of that. You can have both plugged in and be able to pick and choose which one you want to be working at that time. So what we'll do really quick is browse through some of the apps here on the Google Play Store and see kind of what we have for options under top charts. So we have ChatGPT, TikTok, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Cash App. You have all these apps: Walmart, Paramount Plus, AliExpress, Amazon, which I already installed. We have HBO Max, DoorDash, Venmo, Prime Video, McDonald's, Duolingo, Pandora, Capital One, banking, right? By the way, as you guys can see, I mean, it does respawn pretty much right away. I have the 4 gigs of RAM, which isn't the faster version. There's the 8 gig version also, which also doubles your onboard memory, but giving me no issues at all in terms of how it's able to process everything. It's moving just fine. So the cool thing about this right here is everything I'm logged into, all the apps that I've downloaded and logged into, it all comes with me and doesn't stay in the actual radio. Install an aftermarket radio and you download apps and and logged into them when you drop it off for service or loan your car to a friend. Everyone has access to all your apps you're logged into. As compared to this, you unplug it, take it with you, and all the apps are logged in on this device right here. It's like a little laptop pretty much you take with you. Then no one has access to your apps inside of your car. So nice little privacy thing right there when you want to, give it to the service people or your friends or whoever, then you're good on that. So anyways, yeah, pretty much going to be it for today. I have a lot of cool things in the garage for the Ram, man. I put the Ram on the back burner for way too long. However, we need to fix up the charger, the steering issue, and make it all one color and polish it out and just clean it up and then get back on the Silverado. Also, I have a lot of cool things for the Silverado and yeah, get it wrapped up and just, yeah, overall finish it out. I can't wait. In the meantime, that's all I have for you guys for today. As always, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one very soon. Till then, peace.